Good morning to all of you. Please sit down, have a seat. First of all, I would like to introduce you to myself. First of all, I would like to introduce you to myself. I am Sugandhu Kumar Badal of Standard 10, and I am here as a tutor before you to teach you biology lessons. First, life process. Are you all agree with this subject?
Yes.
Life process. Okay, let's start. What is life process? What is life process? This life process is very important in our daily life. Everything, every work we do, we even eat, we expel our waste material, all these process are included in life process. This process, life process. This also plays a vital role in our daily work. Whatever we eat, if we eat something, that is also a life process. If we digest something, that is also a life process. If we expel our waste material, that is also a life process. If we breathe in, that is also a life process. Okay, students. So before moving with the topic life process, now deal with what is life and what is process. In simple definition, we often face in our book is that the basic functions perform our body. The basic functions. Let's discuss. The basic functions performed by our body. Performed by our body. Okay, let's see. The basic function performed by our body to maintain and exist life on the earth. What is the life process? The basic functions performed by our body to maintain our life and our existence on earth is known as life process. So before moving in the life process in our chapter, we have to discuss about first of all what is living and non-living thing. It is first topic of our lesson, living and non-living thing. So let's discuss what is living and non-living things. Living and non. Please repeat whatever I am saying. Living and
Non-living.
living and
Non-living.
So as from the word what we are facing, living. Any organism that is living. What does it mean? Any organism that is living. It means that he is performing his life. He is continuing his life on the earth. If any organism continues its life on the earth by performing different type of functions, different type of metabolic activities, we term that organism as a living being. And what is non-living? Just opposite to this living one, opposite to this living is non-living. Anything that does not exist his life completely, or anything that does not perform basic functions, basic activities, that does not play any role in, that does not play any life process is termed living things. Non-living things. These living and non-living things are, we have been reading this topic living and non-living thing since our childhood. When we were in standard 3, when we were in standard 4. In all these standards, we were reading about living and non-living things. So I think you must be very known about the topic living and non-living things. Do you have any doubt in this topic, living or non-living things? Anyone?
No.
Anyone have any doubt in living and non-living thing? No. So I move further. Any problem? So the next activities we discuss our living and non-living thing is do you have any book? I would like to use for it. So after the topic of living and non-living thing, we will discuss nutrition. Before continuing the topic nutrition, I would like to tell you all that what is nutrition and why nutrition is necessary. We know every basic function is performed by a living thing, and living thing needs energy to perform their work. What does living thing need? Energy. Living thing needs energy to perform their work. Every living thing needs energy, and every living thing needs what? Energy. Now, this energy, from where does this energy comes from? Food. Very good. That energy comes from food. But this food only works in case of human beings or any mammals, any living beings. If I say, from where does a bacteria or a microorganism get foods? From where does they get energy? They also get their energy from different foods. But the form of foods we will discuss will be quite different from what we take. The food we take is completely different to all those microorganism foods. So this energy comes from food. Food acts as a fuel for every living organism. Food acts as a fuel for every living organism. So we have discussed living thing needs energy, and energy comes from food. Now next topic is energy comes from food. Now the process of taking in food and utilizing it in our body, what I am telling, are you getting?
Yes.
The using of food, the taking in of food and utilizing it in different life forms, utilizing it in different metabolic activities comes under the topic nutrition. Okay? The process of taking in food and utilizing it by our body comes in the topic nutrition. Nutrition is whole process. Nutrition is whole process of taking in food, utilizing it. Okay? Taking in food and utilizing it is termed as nutrition. So I would like to give a preview of this topic. Taking in of food. Repeat with me. Taking in of food plus its utilization. In body everything is okay. Taking in food and utilizing it. The both activities, these combining activities comes under the term nutrition. So now we move to the topic nutrition. I would like to give you summary of recap what we have read. We have started from living things. Living things needs energy. And from where does this energy comes? This energy comes from food. Now, the taking of food plus its utilization comes under the topic nutrition. So in this chapter, we will now discuss about what is nutrition, different form of nutrition, how does we get nutrients, what are nutrients, everything we shall discuss in the topic nutrition. Now move here. Okay. Now comes to the topic nutrition. Dear students, I would like to tell you about nutrients before discussing the topic nutrition. Before discussing the topic nutrition, we shall discuss about nutrients. Okay? What are nutrients? So nutrients are different type of organic matters that contains nutrients, mainly contains different type of food particles, different type of food particle in a smaller form, like vitamins, proteins, fats, carbohydrate, starch, and etc. Okay. So what does which type of food materials comes inside the nutrients? Nutrients mainly composed of vitamins, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and starch, etc. Okay. So we have discussed nutrition. Now comes to the topic. We have discussed nutrients. Now comes to the topic.
Nutrition.
Okay. Any problem?
No.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay. So now we come to nutrition. This is a very important topic in our standard 10. There are different type of questions asked in board exams, and also in this is very important topic, nutrition. So nutrition mainly of two types. Nutrition is mainly of
Two types.
What are those? First one is autotrophic, and second one is
Heterotrophic.
So, do you get it? Nutrition mainly is of two types. First one is autotrophic and second one is
Heterotrophic.
So, now comes to this topic. What is autotrophic? What is so really the autotrophic nutrition is that type of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food. Autotrophic nutrition is that type of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food. Means that in autotrophic nutrition, if there is an organism, then that organism prepares its own food and utilizes it with itself. It doesn't need to depend upon others for their food requirements. Okay? So, I would before going too further, I would like to introduce you auto. Auto means generally cell. Cell. Trophy. This tropic is derived from trophy. Trophy word, and this trophy word stands for nutrition. So, what we concluded from autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition is self-nutrition in which an organism prepare its own food and utilize it. Now, let's take some example of autotrophic nutrition. It is very necessary. Examples are very necessary in every and each topic. So, how shall we understand? We shall take an example. Autotrophic nutrition. The simple example of autotrophic nutrition is plants. Okay? Plants. Examples. Plants. These plants we generally have read in our standard 7 or 8. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is that process by which an organism, a plant organism, gets its food in presence of chlorophyll, sunlight, water, carbon dioxide. These are four circumstances under which the process of photosynthesis occurs. So, autotrophic nutrition example, first one is plants, and second one is very common thing that most of the students neglect it. I would like to introduce you with that example. That is blue-green algae. What is that?
Blue-green algae.
Blue-green algae. Algae. And this blue-green algae is also known as cyanobacteria. What does it call?
Cyanobacteria.
This blue-green algae, first one is plant and second one is blue-green algae. This blue-green algae also prepare its own food and utilize it. So these were the example of autotrophic nutrition. Now move to second type of nutrition. Second type of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. What is that?
Heterotrophic nutrition.
Here in autotrophic nutrition, we read that an organism gets its own food by itself. It doesn't depend upon other. But in the heterotrophic nutrition, an organism depends upon other organism. Okay? An organism depends upon other organism for their food requirements. So, in heterotrophic nutrition, is there any confusion?
No.
Hetero. This hetero means other. Okay? This hetero means Other. And this topic I have told, that is nutrition. So in heterotrophic nutrition, those organism comes that obtains their food from other organism, or other nutrition is depends upon other organism for their food requirements. That comes under the heterotrophic nutrition. Now students, is there any confusion? You may ask me. Now before discussing the topic, I would like to introduce you with the example heterotrophic nutrition. Every organism except blue-green algae and plants, all generally are heterotrophs. This organism of autotrophic nutrition called autotrophs. Autotrophs. Remember it? Autotrophs. Both are simple words. Now, the organism which comes under the heterotrophic nutrition are heterotrophs. Now, take some examples of heterotrophs. First of all, we shall take human beings. We are human beings. We also are heterotrophs. Human beings. Now, human beings. Except this human beings, every organism, dog, cat, birds, insects, all are example of heterotrophs. All are heterotrophs. There are different millions of organisms are heterotrophs. Okay. Now we have seen autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Further in our book, we shall discuss more about heterotrophic nutrition. So now we shall move. Okay. Now move to heterotrophic nutrition. Now move to heterotrophic nutrition. Now we have to see heterotrophic nutrition. This heterotrophic nutrition has been subdivided into 3 parts. First one is saprophytic. Second one is parasitic. And third one is holozoic. Okay. Third one is holozoic. There are different heterotrophic nutrition has been subdivided into 3 parts: saprophytes, parasitic, and holozoic nutrition. Now we take the information of all these 3 types of nutrition in details. Now come to saprophytic. In saprophytic nutrition, first we will see the meaning of sapro. This sapro word means rotein. What does this sapro means? What means? Rotein. It means that the nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from the rotein things or rotein organic matters that will come into which type of nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition. In saprophytic nutrition, an organism obtains its food from rotein, dead plant and animals. Now, in saprophytic nutrition, we will see how an organism gets its food. Now we see the example of saprophytic nutrition. The organism which comes under the saprophytic nutrition are saprophytes. Organism which comes under the saprophytic nutrition is saprophytes. Now see the example of saprophytes. You have seen the word vulture. Have you seen?
Yes.
Crow. Have you seen?
Yes.
Vulture, crow. Example, fungi. In this fungi, different type of organism also are that are bread mold, yeast, mushroom, I shall see. What are examples of saprophytes? Vulture, crow, fungi. In fungi, different type of bread molds, yeast, mushrooms are occurs. Now you may have some confusion. What are bread molds? What are yeast? What are mushrooms? These are the questioning that I think will be raising in your mind. Now we shall understand the term bread mold. We have seen breads. The breads that we eat generally with combination with jam or butter. Bread butter, you all have eaten. That bread, when left for some times, we see when left for 2 or 3 days or for a week's time, we see that a green type of substance form in that bread. Have you observed this? A green type of substance form in that bread. That bread is bread mold. That organism is bread mold. Now, yeast. Yeast, we shall discuss this yeast in a respiration topic also. In respiration topic, we will come through this yeast. In reproduction chapter, we shall also discuss about this yeast. This yeast is an unicellular organism, and we shall look after this in further chapters. Now, mushroom. You all have introduced with mushroom. You all may have eaten this mushroom. So, in saprophytic nutrition, we have seen rotten an organism getting food from rotten substances, dead or decaying substances, and the organism which carry out the process of saprophytic nutrition comes under the saprophytes. Example of some saprophytes: vulture, crow, fungi, bread mold, yeast, mushroom. Okay. Now we shall look after what is parasitic nutrition. Okay. What is parasitic nutrition? In this parasitic nutrition, we shall come across two words. First one is host, and other one is organism that depends upon this first one. Host and organism. In this parasitic nutrition, generally two organisms are involved. First one is host, and second one is that organism which depends upon the host. In parasitic nutrition, a organism depends upon other living organism for its food requirements. Okay? In parasitic nutrition, there is an organism and that depends upon other living organism for their existence and for their food requirements. The organism on which first organism depends upon is called host. The organism on which parasitic organism depends upon are called host. Let's take an example to elaborate this or have a deeper understanding of this host. Like human beings and mosquitoes. Human beings and mosquitoes. This is simple example we also see in our daily life. Human beings and mosquitoes. We often see mosquitoes bite us. We always see mosquito bites us. That mosquito depends upon us, human beings. So here in this example, we human beings are hosts. For which this mosquito? For this mosquito, we human beings are host. So understand it. What is host and what is parasitic organisms? Now take another example. Cuscuta. This is a scientific word, but in our mother tongue, we call it amarve. Okay. This Cuscuta is also like a creeper that form a bonding above different type of trees and take nutrients from that tree and continue his life. So this Cuscuta is also an example of parasitic nutrition. Now different type of organisms are also like ticks, lice, tapeworm. Okay, tapeworm, flatworm, all this comes under the parasitic nutrition. One thing also we have to see here in parasitic nutrition is that the organism which depends upon host, means the parasites, does not bring any advantage to this host organism. Okay, does not have any good impact on this host organism. In other words, we can say that these parasites bring different type of diseases to this host organism. Like we see earlier, we have seen example of mosquito and human beings. You may seen the disease malaria. Okay, malaria, dengue, all these diseases are caused by biting of mosquitoes. There are different type of anopheles, mother anopheles, and these are different species of mosquito. So the parasites cause different type of diseases in host organism also. Understand it? He does not bring any advantage to this organism. Means that the parasite does not bring any advantage. He does not promote life or give any nutrition to this host organism. He just he does not give any nutrition, but give different type of diseases. Now, any confusion in this parasitic nutrition? No. Now we see third type of nutrition, holozoic nutrition. This holozoic nutrition is very important. This holozoic nutrition is very important. This holozoic nutrition is also further subdivided into different parts. This holozoic nutrition we have seen in saprophytic nutrition. An organism depends upon dead animals. In parasite nutrition, parasitic nutrition, an organism lives with another organism and obtains its food. And in holozoic nutrition, a organism get its food from complex organic matters. Complex substances means that we shall understand what is complex organic matter and what are non-complex simple organic matter. You have seen carbohydrate, or we can say starch. This starch is complex food particles. This starch is complex food particles. We also cellulose. These are very complex particles. They does not get digested easily. So, in this holozoic nutrition, this starch is break down into simpler molecules. Now we take an example of what are simpler molecules. You have seen glucose. We can obtain energy easily from glucose just by taking glucose. This glucose is simple food particles, but this starch, glucagon, that is stored in our liver. Starch, glucagon, is carbohydrate. These are complex food particles. They have first to be break into different smaller particles to complete this process of nutrition. So in holozoic nutrition, these complex particles first break down into simple particles, then get absorbed by our body and we get energy. Understand? So in holozoic nutrition, complex food particles are digested. Now take some example of holozoic nutrition. In holozoic nutrition carry out in human being also. Human beings. Every complex mammals, you can say most mammals get its energy from holozoic nutrition. Okay? Here we have read not just is there any problem till here in understanding the topic holozoic, parasitic or saprophytic? Is there any problem?
No.
Now we shall summarize all the topic whatever we have read today. Understand? To just recap whatever we have learned, just summarize all the topic. We have started from living life process and we reached then living things. From living things we come to what? We come to food. We come to energy. Now this energy becomes to food. This food we also call it nutrients. And from these nutrients we come to the topic nutrition. In the nutrition, we have read two types of form. First one is autotrophic, and second one is heterotrophic. This heterotrophic was further divided into three parts. That was saprophytic. Second one was parasitic, and last one was holozoic. Now recap this all. We started from living things. These living things needs energy to maintain life process. To obtain energy, we come to the topic food, and from the food we learn what is nutrients. From the nutrients we come to learn the topic nutrition. What is nutrition? In this nutrition we learned about two types of nutrition: autotrophic nutrition, and second one was heterotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, we have seen the organism which gets its own from food from itself, that comes under the autotrophic nutrition. We have also seen example in autotrophic nutrition, plants and blue-green algae, which we also call cyanobacteria. After autotrophic nutrition, we move to heterotrophic nutrition, in which we talk about an organism gets its food from other organism. I have also discussed what means hetero and what means trophic. Hetero means other and trophic means nutrition. In heterotrophic nutrition, we further read three subdivided nutrition. What were those? First one was saprophytic nutrition, second one was parasitic nutrition, and third one was holozoic nutrition. In saprophytic nutrition, we learned that an organism obtains its food from dead or decaying matters, rotten matters. So the organism which gets its energy from rotten matters or dead and decaying matter, that come under the saprophytic nutrition. We have also seen the example of saprophytic nutrition like fungi, bread, mold, yeast, bacteria, different type of bacteria, vulture, crow. Now from here saprophytic nutrition we move to parasitic nutrition. In parasitic nutrition we learn that an organism lives with other and gets their food from that. On the other instance, they also give different type of diseases to their host. We have also discussed in parasitic nutrition host. What are host? The organism on which parasites are depend upon are called host. From this parasitic nutrition, we come to our last topic, and that is holozoic nutrition. In holozoic nutrition, we discuss about how an organism gets an energy from complex organic matters, complex food particles. So that we discuss in holozoic nutrition. We also seen examples of holozoic organism which carry out the process of holozoic nutrition, like human beings, dogs, different type of mammals. This all come under the topic holozoic nutrition. Now this was the first part of the topic life process. In second part we shall discuss different type of how does nutrient transport in living beings. First we shall discuss about how transportation occurs in plants and how transportation occurs in our human beings. We shall also further discuss what are different types of holozoic nutrition, what comes under the holozoic nutrition, how an organism gets its food from holozoic nutrition. So now students, it's come the session of DOP session. Now you may ask some think that you feel any difficulties in every topic related to this one. I will clear your doubt. Now, do you have any doubt? Then you can ask me. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to ask some. जैसे हमारे शरीर में बहुत प्रकार की उपापचयी